On May 27, 2023, Seaworld Orlando opened Pipeline the Surf Coaster, the world's first B&M or Bolliger & Mabillard surf coaster. This is the company's modern take on a stand-up coaster, since the original stand-ups that they and many other manufacturers built were huge in the 1990s. However, they quickly faded out in popularity due to their polarizing ride experience and the fact that it was a very small market for people who actually wanted to stand up on roller coasters. However, it seems like Pipeline's opening may have turned the tide on how people feel about these modern-day stand-up coasters, however, as I've heard pretty much nothing but pretty solid reviews overall for this ride, people praising it for its fun launch, unique layout, and one-of-a-kind ride experience. Partner all of that with a coaster that is just straight up really fun to watch from the pathway, as well as what seems to be pretty solid reliability, and it seems like SeaWorld Orlando has a winner on their hands. Now, SeaWorld Orlando has been the flagship park in the SeaWorld chain for quite some time now, and rightfully so. They get the best investments and additions, which in turn leads to the highest attendance out of any SeaWorld park. However, there are still two other parks in the United States that don the SeaWorld name, San Antonio and San Diego. And I'm sure everybody watching this video can already tell by the title that we will be specifically focusing on SeaWorld San Diego, as recently there have been rumors going around the Screamscape website that there may be a brand new roller coaster added to SeaWorld San Diego, specifically one built by Bolliger & Mabillard. Now, at least from an outsider's perspective, in terms of investments over the last few seasons, it may look like SeaWorld San Diego is the red-headed stepchild of the three SeaWorld parks. However, their investments haven't been on the same tier as Orlando for a pretty good reason. They do have some pretty stiff government restrictions on what this park can do. They can't really build anything over 150 feet tall, and anything that comes much more than 20 feet off the ground has to be painted blue. And yes, I am aware that doesn't really affect the coaster, but, you know, government restrictions, I had to put that in there. And you can totally tell how this has affected SeaWorld San Diego when looking at its ride investments compared to the other SeaWorld parks over the last decade. However, if you were asking me, I'd bet that that's going to change in 2025 or 2026, as SeaWorld San Diego will officially announce a brand new B&M Surf Coaster. Here's why. First off, how do you build speed without a giant lift, hill, and drop when you have a strict height limit? A launch. The surf coaster has that covered for you. What else do you need when you have a park full of steel sit-down roller coasters when you're looking for a unique experience, something with a unique ride experience? And yes, the surf coaster has that too. What also is known from its first model to be able to fly over pathways and not take up too much space, especially considering SeaWorld San Diego is a fairly landlocked park. Yes, that checks all the boxes. The B&M Surf Coaster might just be the perfect fit for SeaWorld San Diego, and we can already tell that this coaster track looks beautiful in blue, so they don't have to worry about that either. And just to be clear, this is 100% just rumors being thrown around in the amusement industry, as the park hasn't even released a shred of evidence that might hint us in the direction of this actually happening. However, it is fun to speculate, and when you really sit back and think about it, this makes perfect sense for the park, especially considering SeaWorld's great reputation with B&M, how well it would work in the park's lineup, how nice it would look on the skyline, and everything just comes together as it might just be the next perfect addition for SeaWorld San Diego. Anyways, thank you guys for watching this video. If you did enjoy, feel free to leave a like rating and let me know if you agree with me and think that this will be SeaWorld San Diego's next big roller coaster. Let me know in the comments down below. Anyways, I've been hangtimethrills. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.